Hi, welcome back to Burning River Bushcraft. Today we're going to be continuing on our 99-mile wilderness waterway canoe trip with day 2. We're going to be going from the Lopez River to Watson Place campsite. So it's about 7 o'clock now. Camp's all tore down. We're getting ready to have coffee and breakfast and hit the road. We're just checking some lines real quick. The first day was kind of a light day. We had about 8 miles from Everglade City to the Lopez River campsite. Very cool campsite. If you didn't see part 1, I'll put a link to it in the description below. Today is going to be probably about a 15-mile trip. We've got a couple side trips to see, and our main destination is going to be Watson Place ground campsite. So I misspoke before. I said we were going to the Watson Place to camp. We are visiting Watson. We're going to stay at Darwin camp. Darwin camp's on Possum Key. So it's going to be a pretty good trip, about a 15-mile day. As soon as we finish up our coffee, we'll get the boat loaded up and get away from these bugs. So while I'm screwing around with the camera, Mike's doing all the paddling, as usual. So we're coming up on Crooked Creek right now. After this channel marker here, it's going to open up into Sunday Bay. So we've got 2 different options to get around this little island. We're taking the wider of the 2. So if this is the kind of thing you like to see, go ahead and subscribe, like the video, leave me a comment in the comment box, and ring the bell to be notified of my next video. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Burning River Bushcraft. I also teach classes at outdoorport.com. Coming up on Oyster Bay next. Looks to be a lot of the same. Big open water, actually. See what we're looking at. Anytime we switch bays or come around these little islands, we always get kind of a current change. Yeah, so we're kind of taking us sideways. But a beautiful day out here. Just good, easy paddling. And here's Oyster Bay. We're officially out of Oyster Bay. We've got mangrove islands on both sides and a little channel here. And up ahead is Huston Bay. Pretty cool area right here, actually. A lot of little islands. So this channel here is the entryway to Last Huston Bay. And this should be our last bay for the day. So Last Huston Bay is pretty uneventful as well. There's like not many islands here or anything. We're just gonna boogie through it, and we're gonna get on the Huston River, and then there'll be a few things to see after that, and we'll end up camping on the Huston this evening. There was a little oyster shell bar right here. We just stopped for a little break, stretch our legs. That was my first encounter with those, and man, is that sharp. That is nothing to mess with. Okay, we're gonna get real current here, right? And that got a little squirrely. We just left our little oyster shell mound lunch stop, or break, I guess. And we were leaving the Last Hudson Bay, and we're coming up on the Hudson River. And man, we got current and we got wind all at once. We weren't really gaining on it. It was definitely the toughest wind and the toughest current we've had to paddle against. But it was just for a real short spell. And right this second, we are entering the Hudson River. And we're going to veer south and check out the Watson place if the wind doesn't blow the camera over. So we did make it to the Watson Place campground, and it was absolute chaos getting there. We were going upstream, we caught the tide wrong, we were going into the wind, the camera mount was bouncing all over, had getting blown off. If you're traveling this route, I do not suggest going to the Watson Place just to see it. It's pretty cool. I'll put some still shots in. I didn't get a chance to do any filming, but it's cool to see. I would camp there. It's a good campsite, but you really got to watch the tides. It was pretty darn nasty. Yeah, there's a little break in the trees up here, and I believe this is Darwin Place. This is our campsite for the night, and it can't come soon enough. It's not that late in the day, but we wore ourselves out paddling upstream. Nice. Nice looking beach. Place and fish. So we're just grabbing a quick snack here before we set camp. Darwin Place, this is actually where Tosh Brown lived. His book, I don't know what it is, Life in the Everglades or something. Really good book, kind of gives you an idea what this area was like back before this was a national park. He lived here, as well as Darwin, that was like the 5th or 6th generation removed from Charles Darwin. This was actually a house or a homestead until like the 70s, and we were out here in the middle of nowhere, so I couldn't comprehend that. There's some old foundations around, not much left of the place. So yet again, we were saved by locals. So this is 2 trips in a row now where we stopped and guys offered us a beer. Wonderful. So if you ever get the chance, it looks like you see some weary paddlers and you've got a cooler full of beer, it means a lot to them. It's appreciated. Ooh. Look at that. Oh, that is awesome. That's almost worth learning how to fish. We ain't figured it out yet. No, we're trying. Man, this is excellent. So we got 2 more of these big fillets to go, and the day is definitely looking up for us. All right, so our day 2 of our 99-mile wilderness waterway adventure is done. We started out our 2nd day at the Lopez campground, and here we are at Darwin now. Great day, topped off with some new friends stopping by, giving us some fish. It was great. I'll catch you tomorrow. Till next time, this has been Jamie Boggs with Burning River Bushcraft. See you soon.